Apparently, I'm live. Hey, it's Miss Doing a Star. I'm back with another blog. I'm just going to get my green tea. Yes, people, it's September, official new year, the correct new year calendar, and it's time to try something more healthier than full fat milk with tea. So I'm going to go for my green tea. So mind me while I sip it. Hold on. Yeah. So the first topic that I would like to talk about today, people, is self-care and self-love. And in order to have that, you need to mute out negative people that are like serpents with their words. So these people that have, what's the word, potty mouths and direct it at you and say horrible things need to be muted from your life. You don't need them. So you don't have to be so open about why you don't like them. All you literally have to do is, for example, these potty mouth people that have something um, that say nasty things, say horrible things. If they're family members and you cannot avoid them because of your links to DNA, what you could do is contact them, for example, every year, like during Christmas. So, if you have, at least if you like limit contact by just contacting them once every 7 months, then you can be able to you couldn't be able to handle it. And yeah, that's one way of controlling these toxic potty mouths that have a habit of saying horrible things. And yeah, the more people that mute toxic people, the better. The better it is for you. And also, it'll help your self love and self care needs, because there's no way that in this generation that you should have to put up with insults, and you just have to mute them. And if they do, try not to let it get to you as well, or expect potty mouth outbursts when it is their time to be seen after 9 months and stuff. So the most likely that you will expect potty mouth syndrome from these people, then the better. Then the more aware that you'll be, and the less annoyed you'll be, because these potty mouths, they do really say some really harsh things, and you just have to. The best way is to mute them. Really, you have to mute them, and they don't benefit your self care and self love needs that you need in this time and age. The times that we're living in. So yeah, that was one way of dealing with these people that just have these words that they know what to say to annoy you, like to really irritate you. And they're around these bitter people, like because they're not happy in themselves, they have to try and put someone else down because the other person is more happier and sure of herself. So you just have to mute these people, and the best way to mute them is to um, limit contact them once every year, once every quarterly, that kind of thing. Or even better, don't contact them at all. But some people, for example, because you're related to them, you have to, for the sake of like family honor, to contact these potty mouths that you're related to. So yeah, keep the conversation minimum. Hi, how are you? I've contacted you, so stop telling like all the other relatives, oh, so and so hasn't called me. So yeah, then just to avoid any confrontation, it's just like keep it short and simple, and that's it. And you've done your bit for the year, and move on, because there's no need to speak to these draining people that do not offer you anything. Like, just life is a two-way thing, and just because you're related to someone does not mean that you should have to put up with potty mouths who are very free in what they say. So yeah, that's one way of dealing with them, is to mute them out of your life. Another thing I'd like to talk about is yeah, carefree black girlness. Basically, unless you're living under a rock, there seems to be this united hate against black girls around the world, and it's in the media, and they attack prominent black female icons like Serena Williams. So it's not a time for. It seems to be a lot of anti-black women syndrome going on in society, and yeah. So to avoid that, to avoid it affecting you, you should also express carefree black girl days. So basically, you should be that carefree black girl, without a care in the world, and not bother about these people that seem to have it in for black girls, because unless you're living under a rock, they really are attacking black girls. And the way I see it is to attack black girls. Basically, black girls obviously have power over black men. Of course they do. It's a matter of fact. So, in order to control black men, they have to attack black women, and that's the sort of society it is. And I've clocked that on, and that because we can dominate black men, and we obviously have good intentions, being black women. But I feel like in order for society and for people to control black men, because a lot of these football teams require black men to play their crappy football teams. So the way they can control black men is to down black women and disrespect them and destroy their confidence and play with their psyche. So I sort of clock that on. And to counteract that game that's being played right now by white supremacy that we see around the world, to counteract that, I suggest black girl carefreeness. You just have to be carefree and not care about all the stupidness that they're doing to the black female icons and all these rubbishness that you're seeing on the propaganda against black women. You just have to practice black girl carefreeness. You know, that carefree feeling where you just do not care, it doesn't bother you, because you have that very strong spiritual involvement with the Most High, being, you know, very spiritual, which we black girls literally are, and not to let it get to you, and experience some carefreeness by just, you know, shaking your hair, twerking, um, dancing, what's the word? Giggling, those kind of carefreeness where you don't take life too seriously, because we have to keep that inner black girl carefreeness going on, basically, for us to not be affected by the foolishness and buffoonery that we're seeing in the media and the drama that's being played out right in front of us, literally. So yeah, you must practice, people, to work on your black girl carefreeness. Literally, you've got to work on it. You've got to work on it, because I've said it before, when you're happy and smiling and carefree, they're watching you. They're like, why is she happy? That they're not supposed to be happy. They're supposed to be miserable, because we're doing all this horribleness and all this meanness on them, and yet they've got a smile on their face. Yes, we've got a smile on our face because the Most High has given us that spirit to make us smile and be happy. And, that's the power of a black girl carefreeness, not caring about all the stupidness that is being thrown at us through the algorithm on social media, through YouTube, through whatever, all these vices that are, comparing ourselves to other people and the silly unattainableness. And no, we're not going to be controlled by that, because our inner carefreeness is very, very strong. you know yes, it's very, very strong. And we literally can imagine us bouncing on clouds and twirling around and looking at the stars, and wherever we go, literally, we have the sun shining over us. And I'm not even lying, the past couple of months, the stars are literally aligned right outside my house. The moon is right in front of me. And I'm not saying I'm special or something. I'm just, I can clearly see that the stars are clearly right under my house, so it doesn't make sense. The planet is right in front of me. I can see it, and it's brighter than ever. And you know, as black girls, you need to look at your black carefreeness and look out the window and see, if these signs are directed at you, and you know, showing you that, you are special. You really, really are, because you've got that spirit, that very, very strong spirit that, protects you from all this foolishness around us that doesn't benefit you. So, as I was saying, we must practice self-care and carry on with the black girl carefreeness that we all have inside. And because of life, a lot of women have let it go and it's sort of disappeared. But you must try and bring it back, because you need it now more than ever. Yes, in this crazy world that we're living in, you need that carefreeness. You need it. So hold on tight. Hold on tight to it, and practice using your black girl carefreeness. Anyway, I am Miss Jarina Starr. I have been back with another blog, and I'll be back again. Bye.